Hello, Jenny Hunt here from the Gateway Group of companies in the United Arab Emirates. Today I'm going to talk to you about choosing the activities for your trade license when you're setting up a business here in either Abu Dhabi or Dubai. So this should really be one of the easy bits of setting up your business here in the UAE, because you already know what your business does in its home jurisdiction and you already know what you're planning to do here in either Abu Dhabi or Dubai. However, when you're choosing the activities for your trade license, there are a couple of things that you should bear in mind. So when you're choosing the activities, be sure that you fully understand the full scope of those activities, because you really need to make sure that you've got sufficient activities listed on your trade license to cover exactly what you're planning to do here in the UAE. Hopefully it will just be a case of one activity that you're going to need. But if you actually provide several different services or sell various different products, then you might need several activities. And sometimes it's not always possible to have the activities that you want on one trade license. So you might be forced to actually set up two licenses, in which case there would obviously be significant cost implications. So be sure that you understand the full scope and that it's going to cover you before you start jumping into choosing the activities. In addition, some activities will require you to have special approvals from some of the government departments. The approvals required will vary from government department to government department, depending upon the activity. Some approvals will be very straightforward, some might require special commitments on your part, and they might take a little bit of time as well. For example, if you're setting up a consultancy business in Dubai, it's now a requirement for the owner to go and have an exam at one of the universities. Equally, if you're setting up a business in construction or engineering in Abu Dhabi, alongside setting up the trade license, you would be required to go through a process called classification. This is a registration process, which is a bit like a quality control. It ultimately ensures that the company is registering at the correct level for its size of business. So it has the necessary experience and the necessary employees in place to be able to fully conduct its business for the level of tenders which it's applying for. Now, some of those categories for the classification registration will require you to have certain members of staff in place. Some will require you to have certain engineers, and those engineers must have a minimum number of years' experience. Equally, some of those categories will also require you to have finance people in place as well, again specifying a minimum number of years' experience. Now, this will obviously add to your payroll, so it's essential that you understand these commitments up front, and also the timescales for potentially implementing these procedures. Also, there's a few activities in Dubai, such as maintaining surveillance and security equipment, whereby you're required to have engineers in place very quickly after having your trade license established, and those engineers will then have to go on special training as well. So I think you can see from these very different types of businesses and examples that I've given here that there are quite different requirements that companies might need to go through. Hence, do your due diligence up front before starting on setting up your business. Fully understand the activities, fully understand the requirements in order to be compliant with having those activities on your trade license. So how does the Gateway Group of companies help? When we're working with a new company to establish their presence here in the UAE, we'll sit down with you and really understand what you're planning to do here in terms of your activities. We can then help you to determine which activities are most appropriate and which activities will fully cover you for your scope of work. For more information about how we can help you set up your business here in the UAE, please take a look at our website, gatewaytouae.com. Thank you.